Hi, Michael.
Hi, how you doing, Brendan?
Brendan Church.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're here at Neema Village, formerly called Neema House when it was in Njiro. But they have a beautiful complex here, and I'm here with Michael just talking about baby formula. At Cradle of Love Baby Home, we have a difficult time getting Infacare 1, which is the baby formula for babies from 0 to 6 months. It's produced in South Africa and brought through the port in Dar es Salaam, but it's difficult to get enough of the supply here in Tanzania. Have you experienced a similar issue with...
Absolutely, and our supplier, who's very good and very conscientious about trying to give us all the formula we need, just keeps expressing how it's so difficult to get this formula. And he brings what he can. Sometimes he might bring 10 cases, sometimes he might can only bring 2, but every time he says, it's getting very hard to receive this formula. And he says, I don't know exactly why it should be difficult. Mm-hmm. So, but we really have a need for this formula in Tanzania. It would be wonderful, for example, if we could have our own formula plant where it was manufactured here in Tanzania. That would help, supply all around. So one of the alternatives, of course, is to make our own formula, mm-hmm. and we are doing that. We try to keep our babies on the formula from ages birth up into 6 months for number 1 formula, and from 6 months to 1 year on number 2 formula. Beyond that, we are using our own homemade formula, mm-hmm. which we use cow milk, and then we add supplements to that. And of course, it's possible to do that for even the younger children, mm-hmm. if it's necessary. Some of the supplements that we use are things like cod liver oil, which is very good. And we also add glucose, among other supplements, vitamins, mm-hmm. that we can get. We use liquid children's vitamins. Mm-hmm. And we have a formula that we use that we put together to make this homemade baby formula. And it works well, but of course you have to have all of these supplements in mm-hmm. order to do this. Mm-hmm. Regular cow's milk is just not adequate especially for small babies. Mm-hmm. And our experience has been that when we find parents, for example, who have lost the mom, and they're trying to feed this baby on just plain cow's milk, and the baby does not thrive, don't put on weight. It's just not rich enough for human babies. Mm-hmm. And so that's the problem we face. And we don't know the solution for this, but we need some help. Mm-hmm. We need some help from the government. We need some help from individuals who can increase the supply of baby formula and other supplements which we need for these children. And it's good for all the children of Tanzania, mm-hmm. not just the ones that we have in our baby home or in other orphanages. Mm-hmm.
And Cradle of Love takes care of babies from 0 to 6 months in the nursery, and then from 6 months up to 2 years if they need that additional care. We have about 30 babies at Cradle of Love. How many do you have here at Neema Village?
I think our count right now is 57. I can't
57.
57. So we generally run about that number. And because, we do send babies back home, we reunite them with their families when mm-hmm. that's possible. And, if they go home, we continue to help them with their dietary needs as well as clothing, medical care and things of that nature. We fall in love with all of these babies when they come to us. And so mm-hmm. when they go home, we don't just quit loving them. We keep loving them. Yeah, and we keep trying to make sure that they're cared for well. Yeah. And so we have a number of babies, children in our outreach program as well.
So the need here is tremendous. The need at Cradle of Love is tremendous. Would you say that the need outside of our organizations throughout the entire country, there's a need for baby formula or enriched milk so that the children can be nourished?
I think that there's a tremendous need for that. Mm-hmm. And, who knows how many children are undernourished, and how many babies who will not develop properly and then who will become ill and perhaps die because of the lack of good nutrition.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Well, it's been nice talking with you.
Well, thank you.
A pleasure.
All right. Thank you.